So for this video, we're going to talk a little bit about customer service with the HVAC field. It's pretty kind of basic and common sense with some of the stuff. And, if you look at it, number one thing you have to remember as a service technician, you are a guest in their house. Plain and simple. You don't live there, you are a guest. Don't smoke in a customer's house. I mean, if the customers don't smoke in the house. If the customers smoke, don't smoke in the house. Things can turn badly real quick. Customers are always happy and friendly until you present them the bill. When, you go, okay, ma'am, well, apparently your integrated furnace controller, the board that runs the furnace, has failed. That's going to be $500 to fix it. You were smoking in the house, even with permission, they can turn around just like that, complain, and they probably get the repair for free and you're going to lose your job. Basics on stuff like that. Should you park your service van in the driveway? No. Nope. Park it on the street. If you have to, ask for permission, make sure where you parked is okay. If it's one of those busy streets where you have to park in the driveway, you better make sure you got those oil leaks fixed, because you should never do it. Certain circumstances, you have to. When I did some service work when I lived in Colorado, you get out into the boonies with things, driveway goes for 2 blocks to the house, you're going to park in the driveway, But park in an area way or convenient or something, Don't park in the middle or anything like that. You come up to the customer's house, newspaper's laying there because it's a, 8:30 in the morning appointment or whatever, 9 o'clock in the morning appointment, bring the paper to the door. I mean, give them a little extra for it. Afternoon, 3 o'clock appointment, trash can on the curb, it's empty, bring it up close to the house for them. Yeah, you'll have customers complain about it, but if you take 10 customers, one doesn't like that because you mess with their newspaper or trash can, 9 are happy about it. Go with what the majority is going to be happy with, because you can't please everybody, but you can sure try to. You go into the customer's home, they tell you take your shoes off, take your shoes off. It's kind of simple principle on that one, When I was teaching college class, I had a student one time when we were telling the class this, and, well, I come up to the customer's house, and they tell me to take my shoes off. I'm going to explain to them that's an OSHA violation. If you want your furnace fixed, you're just going to deal with this. Kansas City metro area. I think last time I saw it was like 12, 13, 1,400 companies like that willing to fix that furnace. And you're going to tell the customer how you're going to do things in their home and how things are going to be against their rules. When I had my business, I was more than happy to take shoes off. Oh, ma'am, booty is okay? Oh, you want the shoes off? No problem. I'm just put the booties on and see what's going to be okay. Because if you won't do it, there's other people that are more than happy to make the money off that. I mean, more than happy to. You're a guest in their home. Treat the home with respect. You are also going to be in areas of the home that homeowners don't go in the attics. They don't go in crawl spaces. If the furnace is in a little corner of the basement they never go into, they never go in there. Maybe once or twice a year to change filters or something like that, maybe. If you see a leaky pressure relief valve on a water heater, bring it to the homeowner's attention. You see dripping water from the water main, bring it to the attention, inform them, tell them what happened, make notes of it or something. Tell them that information, they like it. If you're in the attic and there's evidence of a roof leak, hey ma'am, you might want to have your roof checked if you haven't, because there's evidence of a roof leak. They're going to be happy that you're taking care of them. Show them respect, take care of the customer. Kind of a, basic principle that I've always seen with that. It's kind of common sense. But apparently common sense isn't too common with some of that stuff, Explain things to the homeowner. Talk to the homeowner. Listen to the homeowners. They're not experts, but they can give information to help you with things, you know? Another key thing. You get homeowner whose furnace broke down. They woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready for work. They're cold, no heat. Oh man, now they're upset. Their day has started off horrible. This is what's going on. They now have to call in. They get told, well, we can have a guy there as soon as we can do is 2 o'clock. So now they might have to take off of work early. They might have to skip work. They might have to spend their lunch break there. Don't run late on appointments. Don't. If a homeowner says they have to take off for lunch, call them before you head that way. You call them before you head that way. Tell them how long it's going to be till you get there. Okay? Don't show up late. Because now the homeowner's taking time away from work. They have to spend money to fix the furnace. They've probably talked to a coworker or called somebody and have been told horror stories, you know. They're not, the homeowners, when they talk, they're not going to sit there and go, yeah, I had to clean a flame sensor on my furnace. That was $150. The board was this much money. Motors, this much. I had a 3/4 horse PSC multi-speed blower motor that cost me this much. They just know it costs this much to fix the furnace. So now if they talk to the neighbor Bob, that was $500 for mine went out last year. They talk to the co-worker Joanne. Oh, I had to have my furnace replaced when they came out. So now they're being told these horror stories. It makes customers crazy on that. They're not happy. Then if you show up late while they've taken time away from work, which means they take more time away from work, they're losing more money. They're going to be mad. And then don't be surprised when they explode and tell you off. It's what happens on some of the stuff, you know. You go to work on the air conditioner. Homeowner is not going to understand technical talk. They don't. Because the homeowner understood it, that would mean they know about it. They would be fixing it themselves, and you wouldn't be there, right? Kind of a basic concept there, you know. If you go up and say, well, ma'am, it's 85 degrees outside, 78 degrees inside your house, and your superheat by what the manufacturer says on this chart should be at 15, and when I hooked my gauges up and measured your suction line temperature and did this, your superheat was at 48 degrees, you're going to need some refrigerant. It's so much going on, they don't understand it. Just tell them what they need to know. The manufacturer of the equipment recommends that the superheat setting be at 15. Your system's not correct with it. It's much higher, which indicates to me you're low on refrigerant. You're going to need a leak test. You're going to need refrigerant put in. Give them some repair options. Don't tell them $900 to fix it. Because if you don't tell them what's going on, or be willing to show them bad parts, the crack in the heat exchanger. I had a call one time. I got sent to it because I had the inspection camera. You know, they weren't popular about then, so I had one. And I asked the homeowner if the service company showed her the crack in the heat exchanger. She said he didn't want to show it to me. I asked him to see it, and he just told me you had to flashlight and mirrors and go around and put your leg around your head like this, and you don't know what you're looking at. It's cracked. You need a new furnace, X amount of money. She wasn't happy with that call. I got sent there with the camera. Where? Yoop. No cracks, no problems, none of this. That lady was mad because I couldn't do other testing because he left it in pieces because it's too dangerous. And just trust his opinion. Homeowners will sometimes call on that. If you try to pull a fast one saying, ma'am, your furnace, the readings on the Canuter valve aren't quite right, we're going to have to put a new one in there, it's going to be $300. Where's my little brains? This thing, it's called a smartphone, it's called internet. Homeowners are going to research things. If it don't sound right, they're going to pop that up and start looking. If they find out that a Canuter valve does not exist on a furnace, they're going to be unhappy. Google tells me that doesn't exist. Well, I'm a trained professional. Well, it doesn't exist. I read this on YouTube. I saw this on YouTube. I saw this on Google. This forum said this. Well, I'm the professional. You're breaking any type of trust. They are not going to trust you or listen to you. You're not welcome in the house. Goodbye, type of thing. You know, it's not like it was back in whatever the 80s or early 90s or mid 90s or whenever. I didn't get into this till late 90s, early 2000s. Now with this information available, and hell, I'm putting videos up on YouTube to help homeowners out on stuff to combat you crooked contractors. So, show the homeowner respect. If it comes into it, bring dog biscuits with you. Give the dog a biscuit. If the dog likes you, they like you. Everything is happy on that portion. Clean up after yourself. Use drop cloths if you have to. Homeowner asks for help with some stuff and you got time, ask them what it is and go with company policy and see, Can't always do things, but just try. Listen to them. Listen to what they say. If they're mad, they're not mad at you. They're mad at a situation. Listen to what they say. It's pretty basic on some of this stuff. It's common sense. Treat them with respect. Do the job you're supposed to do, and life will be okay with it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe.